Welcome to the Code with Jason meetup. Today is a mentorship session with our friend Abhay. Welcome, Abhay.
Hi everyone. Hi Jason. Hi everybody.
Yeah, so you were interested in talking about some maybe OOP related stuff today, is that right?
Yes. So I had an interview recently which was around OOP. So I would, uh, learn more about designing classes, handling relationships between the classes, uh, uh, solid principles and all that. So yeah, today I think I'll just learn today. Today it's my turn to learn here. So I'm just gonna I and Jason maybe it will try to solve a question here to understand the principles of oops. So yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, fun fact before we start, I actually interviewed at the same place you interviewed a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did not get the job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's it's
Anyway,
it's it's actually
uh,
it's actually quite challenging to get into big tech. But yeah, I think I it's not that challenging also if you just grind lead code for like a couple of months. So
mhm.
I think that should be fine. But yeah.
Yeah, I prepared actually for the same exact amount of time you did, like 4 days. That's all the
Okay.
notice that I had. And so I just
Yeah.
crammed for like 4 days and I learned a lot and I did like okay on the like leak code part, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like pass with flying colors or anything like that. And by the way, like people think the lead code interviews are like bullshit and stuff like that, and some people just like refuse to do those. But when I learned about this company's interview process, it's a big company, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Um, um, the reason they do this leak code is because like you can't fake it. Like you can't just say that you know how to code, and then fake it somehow. Like you have to actually be able to do it. Um,
Yeah.
And it's true that it has nothing to do with whatever you'd be doing at the job, but that's not the point. The point is to make you do something hard to show that you can do this hard thing.
Yeah. I think I was under the same impression all the while, right? So I was not doing lead code as much because I was like there might so it's not 100% that people would really ask lead code after the AI whole thing uh and I was more I was concentrating more on the technical side of things like learning Java or learning like technology specific things like Spring Boot and all that AWS. So I was doing a lot of that. Uh, However, I was not I was looking at lead code like I really did not understand the purpose of it. The first thing was I really did not understand where will I use this. So I was
Mhm.
even if I try if even when I tried to put myself to learn a little bit of it, I would just get bored. So so I just kept putting it off for a very long time. And then I had this interview, and when I started doing lead code, it's I just noticed that the problems are designed in a way that would simulate a theoretical experiment.
Hmm.
Like I think Towers of Hanoi is something like that, right?
Okay.
Because there are multiple islands and you need to traverse all the islands in the least possible way. So
Mhm.
I think for scientific programming or like theoretical physics or something we were talking about abstraction the other day. Right. To think in those terms and
Mhm.
to think abstractly about real world experiments or concepts, lead code questions are, I mean, I feel like these questions are literally designed to, exercise that muscle of your brain to
Mhm.
think logically and scientifically.
Well, I used to think that those exercises were like you it was like kind of an IQ test type thing. And like you just had to like be smart. And like if you're smart enough, then you can do it. If you're not, you can't, which I guess is true in a way. But like um it was more, I realized that it was more about like pattern matching. Like you learn this like repertoire of
Mm,
techniques. And then when they give you a question, you're like, oh yeah, it's one of those kind of questions. Like, oh, this is like a binary tree and I need to do a breadth first search. This is that kind of question. So I'll like pattern match and remember these like three other practice questions that I did that were similar, and I'll apply a solution like that. You kind of have to like memorize like these, I don't know, let's call them 10 different approaches or whatever it might be, and then do
yeah,
that. So you can kind of do it through like rote memorization a little bit.
yeah,
You'll have to apply the specifics of the question. But what I learned is like you can't just rely on your brains. Like you have to study and learn about the approaches so that you just have the approaches like at the ready by the time the interview comes.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like there are fixed patterns. There are techniques, I would say. You have it feels difficult at the beginning because it's sometimes the techniques are very counterintuitive.
Hmm.
It's not your brain's not really meant to think like that in the first attempt. But the more number of problems you solve, the more number of times you come across that technique, your brain starts to slowly recognize it as something that you can use in the future again. So I think that's what makes people make people better at lead code.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so the OOP stuff.
Yeah, sure. Let me just paste a link in the chat so that you can I've created a document for you so that
Okay.
you can yeah you can just click on it and see the question there.
Okay. All right. And do you mind if I share my screen so people
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
yeah, sure,
this?
sure. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. Okay. So create a system that calculates the price of a pizza based on its ingredients. This system will be used to support a pizza restaurant by computing the cost dynamically. Pizza composition. A pizza is composed of the following components: base, size, and toppings. Okay. Price equals base price plus sum of topping prices plus size multiplier. Okay. And here's the prices for the various things. Okay. Okay. And what are they wanting you to do with this?
So what I was asked was to, basically implement the classes, a basic design for the classes and the attributes that it would take, and then the relationships the classes would have with each other.
Okay.
And then maybe we could extend the functionality a little more.
Okay. And did they want you to actually write code or was it just verbal?
It was code. I mean, it was you did not. I mean, you were not expected to write like the entire system. However, like the basic structure needs to be there. So,
Yeah. Okay. Well, one second.
right.
According to my new book, Professional Rails Testing, um, the first thing that I would do is think of the specifications for the behavior that I wanted. Because
Hmm.
if we just come up with classes and attributes and stuff that like that without any specific behavior attached to it, then it's all just speculation. I would never actually code that way. If somebody wanted me to like talk through what classes I might create for this, then like that's one thing, but actually writing code, I would definitely want to come up with specific behaviors that I'm coding for. Otherwise, like what are we even doing? Um,
Right. So how do we confirm these specific behaviors? Like what exactly are those?
yeah, maybe let's just go through it real quick. Um,
Sure. Yeah.
I'll do a new session here. Uh, pizza. I'll make my font bigger. Oops. All right, I'll make it even a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, what can a behavior be? So we want to take in, okay, we have just one base right now, and we have, what do they mean by added later? Do they mean added later, like in a future
Like,
version of this program?
yeah, there could be more sizes to, uh, you know, not just small and medium. They could also add a large size. Or like they could extend cheese toppings, and then they could, do another topping uh uh as one of the options. So I think that's that.
Okay. Based on the fact that it says other bases can be added later and additional toppings can be added later, I think I want to apply the Yagni principle, you aren't going to need it principle. And I'll treat thin crust as the only base possibility and cheese is the only topping possibility, and small and medium for the only size possibilities. Um, so here they give us a couple examples. 8 plus 2 times 0.75, 8 plus 2 times 1.0. I'll just hard code this 8 and 2, and the only variable thing will be the size. Um, so we could do this. We could have as the input, maybe we can call it orders.text, and we can have a list of sizes, small and medium. All right. And so we can say, and I'll do this specifications.text. Um, when orders.text is read, um, the program, oh no, no, I'll say for each line, whoa, that's way too much stuff. No. Okay. I'll say this actually for each line, um, no, no, no. The price for the pizza is printed to the screen. Yeah, and I guess that's really all there is to it. I'll
Okay.
say this
So
based on the size, based on the size um, of size specified in the current line, say pizza size. Okay, and I'll word this even differently still. Based on the pizza size specified in the current line, the price of the pizza is printed to the screen. Yes.
okay.
Okay, and then we can have an example. Orders.text has, yeah, sure, that's fine. Um, but we'll have an example usage here. Um, Ruby pizza.rb orders.text. We don't need this. We just want the prices. We don't even need the dollar sign. And how much are these actually? Um, Small is 75 cents and medium is a dollar. Okay. Um, okay, 7.50 and $10. Okay, there. So this is exactly what we want to see.
Hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the feedback loop started by saying Ruby pizza.rb output.text. Sorry, orders.text. And of course, that's not going to work because there's no file called pizza.rb.
Hmm.
So I'll create it. I'll just put something in it. Um, sure. Okay. So that works, but obviously it's not outputting any prices. So now I'm going to start writing some tests. I'll call the first test pizzaspec.rb. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops, I also didn't mean to do that. There we go. Um, okay, so I want the first test to do what? I'm not sure. We'll start with just this. I'm not even bothering it to give it a meaningful label because I'm going to
Sure.
come back and
Yeah.
do that at the end. It'll be easier. Um, I'll say this orders equals um, what was it? Small and medium? Okay. So, by the way, this program has a dependency on the file system. I don't want to involve that file system dependency in my test. I
Okay.
just that's like an incidental detail I don't want to have to care about. So I'm just having the small and medium like hard coded here as if they came from a file.
Okay.
All right. And believe it or not, um, I'm actually going to run this test already, even though it's not really going to do anything. And it fails because it says no such file. So that's kind of surprising. No such file spec pizza spec. Oh, it's because I'm not in the right folder. Okay. Yeah, now it fails because it says uninitialized constant pizza. Okay. Fair enough. I don't know if I want a class called pizza though. I'm just going to say this. Okay. Now there's nothing to fail, but there's no assertions either. Okay. Now we want it to output 750 for a small pizza. I'm actually going to do this a bit differently. I'm going to say context small pizza. Um, it has a price of 750. Okay. Maybe I can say this. Pizza equals pizza.new. I don't know why it has a one there. But I'll do this. Size small. That, of course, will fail. We don't have a pizza class. We can create it. Nope, I don't want that. Not yet. Okay, still uninitialized constant because we're not requiring it. There we go. Okay, wrong number of arguments. That's because our constructor doesn't take the size. Okay, now it passes. But now we need a price of 750. Yeah, there we go. Okay, undefined method price. We can go define that. And yeah, we can hard code it to 750. That's one way to get the test to pass.
Hmm.
So now let's force ourselves to actually make this work for real by doing a large pizza also. Or sorry, medium pizza. Yeah. And we do want it to be $10. Something went weird with my plugin here. There we go. Okay. So here we can say, whoops. Um, okay. Oh, 10 times 75, 10 times 1. Okay. Yeah, so it's like 10 times um okay, so these are multipliers. We're multiplying it by the crust price and the topping price. Okay, I guess we'll just call it multiplier. So we can do this size multipliers. Yeah, okay. There. And that might not work. Yeah, because size is not a symbol. Do I want to change this to a symbol? Then we can do this. There. Okay, expected 10 got 100. I think we have the multipliers wrong. Okay, now the tests will pass. But if we um okay, if we go to our specifications, we want to be able to call our program like this. We do that, we get no output. Okay. So we need to read these in. So let's do this. Um list of orders. Prints the pizza price for each order, yeah. But I don't want to do file.read here. I want to do this. Um, yeah, sure, we can say that. Well, that feels kind of dumb to do that. Um, let's just do this. Yeah. And I don't want to do this weird expect here. I don't want to do this weird loop inside the test. Um, expect um let's see. Actually, maybe we want another concept of an order collection. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Yeah, and for that, we can just go like that. Okay. And we can say expect. Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Okay. And so this is maybe not appropriate in this pizza spec anymore. We can have an order collection spec. Okay, and this will of course fail because we don't even have a class called order collection. We'll have to require it. Yep. Okay, wrong number of arguments. That's because we need an initializer. There we go. Okay, undefined method print prices. All right. Okay, expected 750, $10, got nil. So we can do this. Oh yeah, yeah. We can hard code it like that. Oh yeah, we don't want that. We want to, okay, whoops. Expect prices to be printed to standard out. Okay. Oh, that passed. Okay. Okay, that passed, but obviously this is hard coded. So let's give it a different order collection. Let's have three small pizzas. So that should be, yep. And this, of course, will fail because our output is hard coded. We have a syntax error though. Yeah, where's the error? Oh, here we go. Okay, yep. Now it fails in the way we would expect. So we can say like orders that each. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Uninitialized constant order collection pizza. All right. I think we have to require pizza. And we get not 750, but 7.5. All right. So we will have to we'll have to address that. I think we need like L just or something like that. Undefined method L just. I don't know what 5 is going to do. No method L. Okay. Dot to S dot L just. Okay, we still get 7.5. Let's try this. Output prices like 7.5 as 750. And then let's see if we'll plug in is smart. Nope, it's not smart enough. Okay, we'll fall back to ChatGPT. Okay, sprintf. We'll try this. So output nothing. Okay. Okay. There, now it passes. Okay, so this is a bit inelegant though, so I'm gonna refactor this a little bit. Oops. I don't know if we even need the 2S. I don't know if we need the backslash n either. Okay, we don't. Okay. We could even maybe do this. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, so, oh, and now finally, can we do Ruby like that? Ha! It still doesn't work. Okay, I think that's because we're missing one thing. We have to say, well, let's create a different file. Um, hmm, let's call it um pizzas. We can say order collection equals order collection dot new. Say orders equals file dot read lines argv0. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. Uninitialized constant order collection. We need to require it. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's this all about? Nil can't be coerced into integer. All right. So somewhere along the way, something is going wrong. Pizza line 12. Okay. So it looks like the sizes are maybe messed up. Let's do puts orders right here. Okay. We are getting small and medium. Okay. Um, how many orders does it think there are? Two. Okay. And I'll put the size here. Okay. So this is a little bit surprising. Let's, um, let's see. Let's do this. Size. Yeah. Okay. The size is small and we get this error still. Okay, but it seems to think that the multiplier is nil. Let me add a pry here. Okay, size multipliers. Uh-huh. Size. Oh, it has a trailing new line. Very interesting. So why does it have a trailing new line? I don't think we're doing a split here. Maybe that was my mistake. Undefined method split for an instance of array. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just have to do this. Um, we'll have to add a test case on pizza context size with trailing whites, no, trailing new line. Yeah, exactly. And I expect this one to fail. Yep, fails in the exact same way. So in the pizza model, we can say size dot strip dot toSim. And now that passes. Now what happens when we do this? Okay, it's almost correct. There. Now it's perfect. Okay, so now to answer the question of what models would we use, what objects and stuff, we have our pizza class with the size multipliers. And by the way, we have this magic number here, 10. Let's
Mm-hmm.
let's change that. Let's say base price equals, let's actually even do this. Um okay, base price is 8 and topping price is 2. And here we can say, yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so all of our tests still pass. Yeah. Okay. So here we have our pizza class with our size multipliers, base price, and topping price. We just sanitize the input and then calculate the price here. Then we have this order
Right.
collection object that prints the prices. That's all there is to it. So I doubt that I would have come up with the same exact answer if I hadn't actually come up with specifications and written tests and coded it out like that. So that's how I would approach answering that question.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. So if we had to like let's say, I mean, I was asked questions like if we want to have let's say a discount going on, and if we
Mm.
wanted to if we want to give every third order uh a discount. So if a user
Oh,
orders,
interesting.
yeah, yeah. So I was yeah, so how would like how should we think about approaching such enhancements?
Yeah, well, let's get into it. Um, I'm gonna do a git commit. All right, let's add discounts. Okay. Um, so this will have to be in the context of an order collection because at the scale of an individual pizza, it doesn't know anything about previous or future orders or anything like that. It doesn't know where it sits in the sequence.
Hmm.
So let's go to order collection spec. And let's do context discount of every third pizza being, let's say 10% off. Um, it subtracts 10% from the price of the third pizza. Okay. So we'll do an order collection of three small pizzas. Why not? Actually, why don't we do four? Okay. And let's see. We'll have to know what the prices are. Um, and I'm hesitant to hard code the prices, but maybe I'll do that at least for the first pass. Um, okay. Um, how do we know? Okay, so a small pizza is normally 750. 750 minus 10% would be 675. Um, this is one way that I could do it. Um, but instead I'm going to do this. I'm going to expect the third price to, oh yeah, this is maybe actually even clearer. Yeah, okay. So this will of course fail. Oh, private method prices called. All right, we don't really need this to be private. We can make it public. All right, expected 675 and got 750. All right. So now how do we do it? Um, let's figure that out. All right. So we can do a map with index. Okay, yes. Um, if the index is divisible by 3, discount 10%. Okay, why don't we try it? Okay, it didn't work for some reason. Looks like just a syntax error. Yeah. Okay, that works. But it's probably going to make other tests fail. Yeah, because it's hard coded just to always give this discount. All right. So we'll need some way to like signify that we're going to use this discount. So we need to be able to sometimes apply this discount and sometimes not. Um, and the question is like how general or not do we want this um, discount? We can't just say 10%. We have to say like 10% on every third pizza.
Yeah, maybe we can keep a, record of all the instances that were previously created. And then for every third instance, we can, add a discount rate to it.
Well, here's an idea for how we could specify the discounts. Um, let's see. Yeah, there we could specify a let's do this. We could pass in a lambda for the discount. Um, and then we could say minus yeah, okay. Okay, I'll be surprised if that works, but let's see. Okay, I got my syntax wrong. Um, Maybe that goes on the other side. No, no, no. Okay, I just don't know. Let me fix this. How do I do a lambda with an argument? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, is that right? Yeah. Okay, expected 6.75 and got 7.4. Okay. Um, oh, I see. All right, let's do this. Original price, order index, original price times 0.10. Yeah, okay. Okay, wrong number of arguments. Given one, expected two. Okay. Order collection line 17. I think maybe I just ran too many tests. No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I need the order index and the original price. Okay, let's do this. Um, yeah. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, that works. But I think again, other tests are going to fail. Yep. Missing keyword discount. So we'll default it to, oh yeah, just original price. Okay. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How about you?
Good, good. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, no problem. Um, we were just going through an interview question
Mhm.
about how we would model something in terms of like the different objects we'd use and stuff like that.
Nice, nice.
All right. So this didn't work what we just did right here. I'm actually going to default discount to nil. And then I'll say if discount, if discount is not nil, I can't say present because we're not in Rails, then we want to do original price minus this discount. Otherwise, we just want to do the original price. Yeah. All right. First of all, let's see if this still works. Yep, it does. Okay, now everything passes. All right. Now, I don't know if I love this code here, um, but I'm going to commit this so we at least have it. Add discount for every third pizza. And I don't even think this works correctly yet. But I'm going to go to order collection. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to say orders.map pizza price. Okay, so now we have the prices. Oops. Okay. Okay, now we don't need this. See if everything still passes. Okay, yep. All right, so I think, simplified this a little bit. I went kind of fast, so I'll show what I did just now. Instead of assigning this temp var of original price and then using it, I instead mapped all the prices at the top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Um, I think I want to say this a little bit differently. If discount is nil, then just use the original price. Otherwise, take off the discount. Okay, and I'll commit that. Okay. Again, I think I'm happy enough with that. Um, and then let's add more test cases. I'm going to do this. Um, let discount. So this discount is like, there's kind of some meat to it. So I'm going to define it like that so we can actually see it. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to do this. Let order collection. Yeah, exactly. Okay. We're saying now we have the setup separate from the assertion. Um, and I think it's a little bit clearer what the discount is and what the order collection is and what the assertion is. All right, so I'm going to commit that. All right, and then I will say it keeps the original price for the fourth pizza. See if that passes. It does not pass. It gives us 0. Okay. I'm not surprised it doesn't pass. I am surprised that it's 0. Let's also add one for the first pizza. I'm curious about that.
Hey, Jason, do you find like testing the edges of your array structures like that, like just kind of a given that you always want to do?
Um, Good question. This is actually kind of a uncommon case. I don't find myself like testing array elements like this. It just so happens to be significant in this picture because it's like we specifically want like every third element. So like getting sampling individual elements makes sense in this case. But I was skeptical of our discount rule. It goes by whether the order index is even. That doesn't seem like the right way to get every third item.
Yeah.
Um, And so I wanted to just sample some other ones and be like, okay, what about the first one and the fourth one? So we can see that the first one doesn't work right. I'm actually going to move this up. The first one doesn't work right. It applies the discount when it shouldn't. I think we want to do a modulo of 3. Yeah, I think that's how we want to do it. Okay, I think I might have done something wrong. So 0 modulo 3 is 0. Yeah, I did this wrong. Okay, so I think we want the order index plus 1. I don't know if the parentheses, I don't know if the parentheses are necessary. I'm just putting them there for clarity. Okay, expected 7.5 got 0. I'm curious if it applies the discount correctly. It does apply the discount correctly, but for the other ones, it gives a price of 0. Okay, so why for those ones does it give a price of 0? Oh, it doesn't even get to that binding.pry apparently. Okay. Okay, that's interesting that it can't load pry. Huh. Why is this happening? It's very confusing. Let's do it a different way. Okay, so it doesn't even seem to be getting there. How is it not getting there? Order collection dot prices. I'm gonna do this. Oh, here it is. It says discount is a proc. Oh, yeah, my setup is wrong. Yeah, okay. No wonder. Um, okay, let's do this.
I don't see it. What's wrong about the setup? What are you thinking?
Yeah, so it'll become clear in just a second here. Um, Here we are applying the discount, and for the other two, we want to not apply the discount. So we shouldn't put discount. So I was expecting that there was no discount,
Yeah.
but I was still giving it the discount.
Yeah.
So that was obviously just wrong. Okay, undefined local variable or method order collection. Yes, of course. Okay, now it all passes. Let's see, and all the tests pass. Okay, but I feel kind of weird about writing a test that tests code that's defined in the test.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do this. First, I'm going to commit so I don't lose this. Fix order discounts. And I'm going to define a discount called every third order. Okay. Discount policies. I'm going to call this one, it's a little bit wordy, but 10% off every third order. Okay. And then instead of saying this, I'm going to say 10% off every third order. Okay. And then obviously none of this stuff is going to pass anymore. Yep. So this will have to become discounts, policies, yes. Okay, wonderful. Okay. So let's commit this and step back and look at what we did. Whoops. So pizza is unmodified, and then order collection now has this discount policies section. So I think this is pretty clear. For the prices, we initialize pizzas and we get the price, and then we go through them. And if there's a discount to be applied, then we apply it. And those discounts are defined up here. And what I like about this is it keeps the discount logic very much separate from this other stuff. And so we don't have to worry about what the discount is. We only have to worry that it has a discount. It's loosely coupled.
Right.
Yeah. All right. And that's probably about all we have time for. But any last thoughts before we go, Abhay?
No, no, this is great. So maybe next time you could give me a question and I could try to solve it,
Oh, yeah.
like this. Yeah. So do you recommend any resources for, uh, system design or low level design questions like these? Maybe you have any resources, from your experience, like on OOPS or something like that.
Good question. It's always hard when I get this question because I honestly don't know of a lot of great resources, especially ones
Or
where
maybe you have written any.
well, honestly, this book, Professional Rails Testing,
Right.
I think is, a lot of the stuff I was doing here. Oh, hey, that's nice to see. See, Brandon has his copy. So, dear viewer, go grab your copy on Amazon.com. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because like for me, like testing is like the backbone of everything that I do. And I mentioned in this
Okay.
book that it's my attempt to brainwash the reader into considering testing to be the backbone of everything you do. Um,
Right.
and then OOP, like something I've been recommending a lot is Code Complete by Steve McConnell. I think that's
Okay. Right.
good. It touches on OOP. And then another one that I'm only partway through this, but Modern Software Engineering by Dave Farley. That one's really good too. Have you seen that one, Brandon?
Yeah, yeah, I have that. I
Yeah.
haven't made way all the way through it, but it's a nice like high level.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that one. Yeah, so those are at least a couple resources I'd recommend.
Great, great. I'll look into those and maybe next time I'll try to solve a question that you give.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks. See you
Thank
guys.
you. Thanks, everyone. See you guys. Bye.